I love wilderness therapy. I've been doing it for over a decade now, and the team here, the cohesiveness, the organization, the structure that we have from the base camp out into the field, back again, going out on the ropes course, having the dogs around to support the students. It all comes together in such a wonderful way here. The wilderness is my co-therapist. There's so many things that come up in the times of my life that I've been an office therapist. All I have is that little time each week that the student or the family shows up.
They don't have access to drugs and alcohol. They can't run to their room and lock the door. They can't get on their cell phone or into a video game and get lost in that and continue to reinforce something which just maybe it worked for a little bit, but it's not working anymore. Here they've got no choice but to try on different ways of coping.
We've got nature, we've got a peer group, and everything together is creating a therapeutic environment.
When they're out in the woods, they're camping primitively. They do sleep in tents, but they are gathering water, they're purifying their own water, they're eating food that they can carry on their backs. And we're not only doing this ourselves, but teaching them to be good stewards of this beautiful landscape, making sure that we leave no trace, that we are taking care of the woods, that after a while these kids begin to feel are also taking care of them. There's something about the mountains in North Carolina that sort of embrace you once you start to get comfortable with it, where you feel like these very old, wise mountains recognize what you need and are going to make sure you get that.
We treat a lot of different modalities. Ultimately, the thing that's in common with our students that come into the program is something has happened in their life that we don't really talk about disorders like it's a problem with them, but something is out of order in their life. And so that might look like depression or anxiety or attachment issues or family struggles or substance abuse or neuroatypicality, how their brain is wired, anything from ADHD to high-functioning Asperger's. And none of those kids aren't going to need to be all in the same group together. So we want to really pay attention to what are those exact dynamics that are happening for the student, how they play out individually for a student who has anxiety and is depressed and struggles with maybe some neuroatypical cognitive issues as well.
We use acceptance and commitment therapy as sort of our cohesive core approach. Different therapists working with different kids will add in other sorts of modalities where that's necessary. But what we like about ACT is this sense of we're teaching these kids how to deal with the fact that life is going to be painful. We can't teach them how to always be happy and to make things perfect. So how can you sit with discomfort, not have to change that, and still make good choices that are going to lead to success in your life? So little by little, you'll probably start to feel better. I have no doubt that Zeus changes lives. We get to see some tremendous outcomes in the course of a child's stay with us.
I love seeing the before and after pictures of students, and they come in, their body posture is kind of down, and they're not really looking people in the eye, and when they leave they're so proud of themselves, and their face is up, and they're making eye contact, and they're able to talk about what they learned just from being able to strike a fire and take care of themselves in the woods. I think seeing that moment of connection with the families at the trail's end when they reconnect, and it's the end of the trail for us with our families, and seeing those reconnections is just a really beautiful piece of the work. It's one of the things that kind of sustains me.
We have no doubt that it not only makes change but creates enduring change, otherwise it wouldn't be worth it.